Testing, testing. Should we begin?
So, like, but
yeah, it's yeah, VRChat is a great place.
McDonald's. There was a hangout with a bunch of friends there.
I can't.
And
Because
how do you scale
kind of
out
stuff
that
you
you
use?
can? It's a feature that provides to scale with the game point. So,
usually stick to base genres. Like
Oh my god. Speak jam.
You're crazy. Which Mii slots do you have?
I think I have all of them. C, B, D, and A. Yeah.
Can I do? I'm almost my og. Oh my god. Can do sound check. Make sure the sound is good. Sound check. Can I do sound check? Almost my og. Oh my god. Can do sound check. Make sure the sound is good. Sounds good.
This one's not randomized.
Move.
Big girl gear because I'm trying to go live.
Let's see.
I mean, I've been doing it for a bit.
Tiny freaking.
I'm pretty okay.
Nice.
I've been doing it professionally for a few months.
Oh, nice.
So like, I come here to have fun. Like, this is where I come to unwind.
Oh, yeah. Final Fantasy, fuck around and some messes about it.
Think the sound is good. Here's by. Hi Rose. Hi Ren.
Twitch, right?
Hi Blitz me. Hope you guys doing good. Hopefully you guys can hear me just fine.
Twitch, right? Like 4 viewers from here versus 30 to 70 elsewhere. But I love it here because the crowd is amazing.
Knock it down, knock it down.
The thing I like so much about DJing inside of VRChat is that you can see people respond to what you're playing. And it's not like a one-way thing. It's not a one-way thing. Like here's a
Stick John.
like now you can actually see people like vibe on it, or they start pushing their noses, or they have other things, and then you got
It's gonna be a pretty chill stream today. It's mostly just looking at people making showing off their new avatars today. Nothing too exciting, but it's a pretty chill event. I like to go to every month.
So like when I'm on Twitch, I play to whoever's talking to me, right? Like if people tell me that they like what they hear, if people tell me they want to hear something or send me song requests or things like that, then I play to Twitch. When I'm in VRC, I drop my headset down and I look and I see when people are dancing. I see when people
Has a
get excited.
surprisingly high number, but that might just be what its
And the
default
reaction
is.
is visceral, right? Like it's so much stronger.
totally, yeah, it's the same. Like it's so much. Like it keeps you way more engaged. Though there's also sort of a
Well, kind of get them. Well,
DJ for like
what we doing in Spain?
nightclub kind of thing where everyone just sits like half dazed in the corner, like next to the pool table or something. Like then it's a bit of a like the motivation thing. But like if people are really engaged and are really doing cool stuff, like it's
Don't be that mean, Evan. Don't be mean.
what?
But he is true. He's being truthful in what he's saying. Hi. Hello, everyone. It's the first Saturday of the month, so it's time to look at 3D models. And for those who are new, hello, welcome to the Avatar Roundup, a monthly event done on the first Saturday of every month, evidently, where creators both new, middle ground, I don't have a word for, and experience can come up and show off their avatars for, like, monetary, like, hey, you can buy my stuff now, or just, hey, I made this. Am I forgetting anything? No, that's about it. These events happen on the first Saturday of every month, as I said, and you can check out more about this event and its sister event, the Community Meetup, if you join the Discord via the website, communitymeetup.net. During this event, you can show off anything that's made, so long as it's an avatar. Of course, we can't show off worlds. That'd be Sunday. But it has to be within TOS. So no nothing violent or too bad or like. Yeah, just follow TOS. I'm mixing up my words today. Another thing would be it doesn't doesn't matter if you made the model. For example, you can show off anything. If it's a public model, you're good to show it off, so long as you, of course, credit the author of said model. If it's something you made, you can show it off. If it's a system you made, like a prefab, example would be Go-Go Loco, things like that. Marino's fighting prefab, and anything else that's an applicable system on a model. You can show those off, and you're also free to link any, like, Gumroad or Patreon links to any of the things you make. There's going to be a 15-minute timer on each one, so please keep that in mind when presenting, and we're going to... Ooh, I can activate audio link and a darker environment if the showcase of said model requires it. Now, if everyone may line up with the people who want to show off earlier, starting here, and the people willing to show off later, starting there, and then I can compile that, and we can get the show on the road. Open up the snipping tool.
Not too many showing today.
I guess I got a backlog.
Go on, stretch your stuff. Damn! It's a simple 4 today. See.
That's what I was saying.
So true.
Normally we're between like 8 to 10 plus.
Now I'm beginning my very intensive process of opening MS Paint with that screenshot and getting ready to erase. Okay, so you three may return to your seats, and
No,
Stabby may
couldn't
take
green
the
lens.
stage
So
to show
hello,
off.
lens.
Alright, I guess. Yeah, let's. It's been a while since I've been here, because usually these Saturdays fall on other events and things that I'm doing. So, yeah. Let's begin with this one. It might be hard
Hi,
to see at
Raccoon. Hope you're
range.
doing good, Raccoon.
So if you want, you can always get in closer. It's this one's based on Avatar: The Last Airbender. But the thing that makes this one special is that in the series she's blind, so I tried to make an effect that mimics the blindness of this model. So if you get close, actually with the camera, if you get close enough, you should be able to see that well. So this basically sends out particles that will then do like a world space projection, create like these waves. I don't know if it's visible on the stream or on the.
That's so cool.
And yeah, this basically.
And I've got
In order to get these waves at different surfaces.
None have got this rose. Also, hello, Bearsy. Hi, is
you
everything
have
good?
like a position where it originates from, but you don't really get positions readouts from like different parts of your character. But if you make a giant sprite, that sprite has an origin, so you can just tap into that and use that as a new place to originate from. And I can set it up that only I can see it, or that other people can see it. And if you approach it from far away and get closer, you can actually see that it will also darken the environment. So eventually you only see the main shader. So that's something I worked on a few months ago. And yeah, so
I can
that's
when
the
you put a
thing.
visual to a panel, I assume you said? I assume with
Another
nags and stuff.
There's also shader stuff. Is
Yeah, I'm doing good, Raccoon. Hope you're doing good too.
Rendering to work, which is this one, which has like transparency and also turbidity. So it's like how fog behaves, for instance. So I can set it to be very opaque, like more translucent, and then also vary the emissions, either very bright, dim, color. Like change how opaque it is. You get like this sort of gray kind of. So yeah, that's a few things I made worth showing off. Any questions or things, or well, I don't know. guess that serves that. Yeah, so that's a bit of stuff I've worked on. This avatar also just face tracking, but I don't have the tracker. Face tracker enabled. Yeah, that's just. Yeah, that's what I've done. So I guess the next one.
Let me.
Always great, Sammy.
Toggle.
That blind effect was really cool. That was clever.
Thank you.
Oh, never mind.
Okay, so I've been seeing some people on Twitter complain about overly complicated animators, and today I'm going to be showing off 3 of my avatars that use auto-generated overly complicated animators. So I'll start simple. So this is a classic GIF that's been around for decades at this point, and I have every single letter and symbol in the set. As Crazy over there is demonstrating as well. This works with a giant 4K texture sprite sheet, and I am constantly changing the sprite coordinates and like quad size on every single frame. I found a sprite sheet packing tool that would give me the coordinates of every single thing, and I wrote some Unity editor scripts to generate the animations and animators for those. And there's a secret that you have to type in.
Oh. Oh, I love it.
Now, the second avatar, more of you have probably seen. It's definitely been around a bit. The me. This animator is hell. It is like 13 megabytes or something in the Unity project. This took a total of like 54 scripts to generate, and the avatar is still medium. It has every single bit of customization that's on the Wii except for height and fatness. But beyond that, it's all there. It took a bit, but I've been pretty happy with it. And recently, I added a randomize button. And I also made a few other slots as well. So here's slot D if you want to have some more Miis. I currently have Matt stored in slot D. Let's see, which one's this? Okay, so here's this ghost me, and let me show off the randomize button.
Oh.
That's pretty neat.
It
A bit
generates
screwed
some
up, yeah.
truly horrific things.
Oh this. Wow.
So yeah, the entire toggle system is done using bones. There are many bones in this thing to make it all work. And also, so you may be aware that there's been a recent push for people to use direct blend trees for toggles in place of more layers. The me is the exception to that rule. I've confirmed it with the people advocating for it. The me is the one thing where it's actually more optimized to have the 40 or so layers this thing has, as opposed to the giant 5,000
Hey, it's
state
been a
blend
while
tree.
since I played the Wii too.
It's very unique.
Hey, Raccoon,
and
do you not skip
obviously,
the day?
animators were never meant for this. But
Oof, Raccoon.
In America.
Yes, since it's been a while since I've touched like the me
And
stuff too.
The last one
in
I'm
the Wii
showing
stuff.
off is this poor square here. Now I need a volunteer from
Poor
the audience with a
square.
finger.
Sure, I'm coming.
Oh,
So if you scale up enough that you can poke the canvas, it should toggle some pixels.
Are they in desktop?
You're crazy. Or somebody else. Yeah, try poking the canvas. It should work. Yep. It only supports one touch at a time, but it is a synced canvas. I'm using all my synced 256 parameter bits for pixel state, and yeah, you can just draw on it with your finger. I can also do some fancy stuff, like I can invert the canvas, and then you can make it so you can draw in white on black. It detects fingers only, and the way this works is there are 16 contact receivers and 16 row contact receivers, and then I see which ones are being pressed at the same time, and then I know that's where the touch is. Now, yep.
That's
I
pretty
can
neat.
also turn off people being able to like change it to lock the canvas. I can invert it and I can clear it. And then the other feature this thing has is I wrote a script to import images via OSC, which, man, it was working. Let's see here.
Loki, could you make your avatar smaller? You're inside of a bunch of people.
Let me try it. Let me just try this.
Yeah, you're like huge, man. I have to block your avatar.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, okay.
Their skill.
OSC is mad at me because
I'm small.
I had 2 instances of VRChat launched and it changed ports, I think.
Animators are not running.
Oh, okay.
Gigantic.
Do you mind if I actually rejoin real quick and the next person can go and I can show this at the end?
Understood.
Thanks.
Alrighty.
Oh! Let me check my list. Let me look at my list. Open Microsoft Paint. Oh, that... I didn't stop that timer. Hang on, I gotta reset the 15-second timer for the next person. Which would be Down Lyric.
Alright, thank you, Peep. Always a great presenter. So I ask everybody who's standing in a spot right now to maintain that spot, because to start with this avatar, I have you all surrounded. Now, could someone take that light, please? Spectral, perhaps? And shine that light around. Turn it on a bit.
Oh, you mean...
There we are.
Oh, okay.
Spotlight, anybody with an avatar that has a flashlight on it? Perhaps? I just need somebody who has a flashlight.
I'm
Oh,
seeing...
I know one that has one.
You see?
Wait, do you not see the
Let's see in the light.
Avatar with...
There it is.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
There we go. It was deep.
Yep, go ahead and shine around. There we are.
Yeah.
Alright, mind if I take that, Peep? Go back to return to your spot, because there's something special with yours. Look behind you, Peep. You're surrounded. There we are. We've got members all over who have been surrounding Sully. There's one behind Marino there. Was watching him. One's by Yash there. They're just hanging out in the audience. One was staring directly at Crazium this whole time behind Marino. Yep, right down there.
Oh, good.
They're all over the place. Oh, somebody brought the Illuminator. The Cult of the Moth here, or the Cult of Old Wings. I've got 16 of these fellas that can spread out anywhere at any time. I love it. Just as a funny gag for friends. I'll surround them with like 8 of them. Oh, and somebody
That's
made
pretty
it party
cool.
mode. I love it. Alrighty. Well, I've got plenty to show, so I might as well try to plow through this here. So to start with,
That's funny.
I want to show a celebratory avatar that is a milestone for me that I'm quite proud of here. Do.
Ian, that was pretty cool.
Let me put this down here. Aha! This is my celebratory 500th avatar.
Oh my
Officially
God.
celebrating my 500th avatar I've made for the game.
Wow.
Yes, this is all of the avatars I've ever made compiled into one Originally 46 megabyte image that broke 6 web clipping extensions to try to get this image. I ended up having to use a streaming tool that took 2 full minutes to analyze this. And if you need a sense of scale, in the upper left-hand corner here is the main
Fusion, I'm on TV, bro.
of VRChat.
Sorry.
So what's your current total? Is this the last avatar you made, or are you now
This
at
is
like
5.
5?
I'm at
I like some of them are called like Y or Pain. It's pretty funny.
503.
Damn, Fusion, your back been broken, bro. What happened?
If it's tough to see with this, I have a thicker
Oh,
version or a thinner version for better text. Or, you know, if this is too small, I can always make it larger. There we are. Or if that's too big, you know, if you prefer, you can digest it in cube form. Cube form is
Very sticky.
let me know if the font's too small there. I can expand it a little bit.
Thank you for it.
There we are.
What is it? People come here and like show off.
Squished.
Oh, don't let me. Here, I'll put you inside the box. That might help. There we are. So.
Oh my
you're
god.
Okay. Some complain that the font isn't readable on the walls like that, so I have a solution for that as well. There, I just flipped it and added more in the corners there. That's always an option. I also have it in wall strip forms here, in case people prefer wall-mounted things.
A mirror.
I also have it in shorter wall strip form, in case. By the way, this is the
Why not?
actual resolution of it. This is the correct resolution. This is the most eligible I could get it, because these had to be 8K compressed images. All rendered. Because it couldn't take one image, it had to break it into 4.
Oh god, excuse me.
And if that's too small, you know, I always have it.
Let's go and get us and Taco we didn't get to. Oh my god.
There we are. Each side is completely different.
Oh, we didn't get a center.
Yes, this is actually how tall it would be.
Let's go and get for me.
Each side was canonically different. And of course, I also, just in case, keep it in skyscraper size, where each one is relative to one floor of a building. And it goes outside the skybox surrounding the world.
Fusion, bro.
Oh, I think that's
real with you, like...
Yeah. So this is just to commemorate that. I thought I'd have a little fun with scaling on it. All right. Let me see. I've got a number of others here. For one, I've got my new body swap one. Let me see.
9 minutes remaining.
Gotcha. All right. So, well then, we're going to show something else here. One, I'm going to show personal tunnel here. So, this avatar is specifically designed so that only people who are also the avatar can see the things it can do. So if if someone would like to see it, and you can simply copy this avatar. I might be able to drop a personal experience bubble for others to see it. But let's see here. Dimension mode. Oh, there we are. So there is a giant tunnel around us here that others cannot see, as well as I can change the coloration of the floor.
Wow.
I think everyone experience works. You guys able to see a bubble here? Yep.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so this is what we're all experiencing and can see.
Oh.
Can also make it colorful
it's like a shader.
in reverse. Yes.
Found this weird.
Also, on top of that,
Like a weird hand.
spawn a house that only other people who are wearing the avatar can see.
Oh my god.
That's so weird.
Ta-da! Yep. I'm planning on expanding on this concept a bit. I'm going to institute a trigger effect that can potentially play audio or effects for only other people wearing the avatar. So essentially, you could spawn an entire club, a dance floor, music, visuals, everything with only the people who are in the same avatar being able to see it. Let's see. Next up, I have a... Oh, somebody found the music. Reset that. Now, next up, we have in my recent creations, Void Proximity. There we are. So this is a proximity-based avatar, where it only renders within a certain radius of individuals with fade out. And I also, and I also did a little scene setup designed around it. So what I can do here is set up. Here we are. The bench, the lamps, the white walkway. And
Well.
Bench. Here we are.
Wow.
Proximity.
Well.
Gray. Some royalty-free music. There we are.
Royalty-free.
And now we're waiting for the bus.
Well, I see someone in the corner.
I also have radio-based rain, but it has a larger radius. Let's see.
No, that's true.
Reset. So yes, I just made an avatar where I can pop in my own world in a corner and just have someone walk by and be very confused for a moment. When they walk into a place they weren't expecting to be there. Let's see.
That summarizes a lot of my VR experience.
Oh, does anybody remember when, what was it called? The Fizzbone, was it Squish expansion or something like that came out? The one that made buttons a bit more interactive a couple months ago?
Squishy.
I immediately knew what to do with that and jumped on it instantaneously. And I did this. Here we are.
No boy.
I'm freezing my body to a certain point, and then I can just continually stretch from it for fun. Oh. Gotta love Fizzbones. And I guess we have time for one more here. Yes. Here we go. Yep, absolutely. Got time for one more here. So, I made an animation for another community to commemorate their 2-year anniversary. And I'd like to show it. I do have to give an advisory, though, that in the last third of it, there is an effect that is very bright, compounded by bloom. Bit flashback.
No boy.
So, if anybody'd like to avoid that, this is just giving out a fair warning, because, I don't want to hurt anybody's eyes that don't have to. And the best place to actually position it would be this hallway. I need a stretch of land. Here we are. And I actually made a stand here zone for people. Now let's see here. It's just to commemorate the laughing lizard, so there's going to be a stand here zone in front of me, where is the optimal place to stand to see it. The entire thing is designed to be 3D in one position. So, here we are. There we are.
Stand here.
Stand here spot. There we are. I just took some assets from major members. They donated them, and I just made a fun, free little animation out of it. Lizards coming out of their various doors. We'll string tilt. They all scramble away.
Yep, just in case didn't see.
And a big boy comes through.
Turn around.
Oh shit.
The dimensional door opens up. There we are. So, falls in, expanding it. Mario Penguin comes in. Gecko comes in. They do a little funny dance and jig and start to multiply. Dance for a little bit. And then they do this. They start to multiply more. Now, the audio is triggered manually, so it's not perfectly in sync. But reveals its hand puppets. This individual comes down
Ow.
with a turnaround. And now from the sky comes a little Naga monster. And they're doing a little dance. Now she is another creator who has a little duck she created, and she decided to give me her duck as a summoning ritual, which she is summoning right now. There he is.
Whoa.
And home.
Oh.
Oh boy. Yes. Now take a turn around. Yep. And this is where the flash comes in that I warned.
Oh god. Flash warning.
There we go.
Flash warning.
The swords will open a dimensional portal here. There we go.
Oh.
There we go. There we go. And now we are in this dimension. There we go. This'll jam for a bit. There we are. Oh yeah. Sword spinning up, their head bobbing. As we reach the conclusion. Yep, it was a 3-minute song / animation. Perfectly. Big Moth comes in with a little bit of recognition, featuring the people who gave me assets. Yep. And that's all there is to it. Let's see. And close. There we go.
Damn.
Nice.
That was cool.
And thank you for your time, Peep. And I will pass on to the next person.
When is the NSFW avatars gonna come?
That was pretty neat.
Oh. Oh, my frames. What the freak? So now... the timer's going off. Let me reset that. How about back?
Yep, I'm back.
Okay, you may show this off now, that seeing as you had to delay it.
Okay. So, this thing does have OSC support as well, so I can, like, stream in other images and stuff from that are not in the avatar. For instance. Crazy.
Oh my god.
It's his favorite Super VR Ball level. I can also do a funny... Let's see, where is it? There we go. Funny animations.
Yeah, is that Among Us?
Yes.
Wait.
And then there's this one.
Hey, is the portal part of the avatar?
No.
That's cool.
That is very real. People are disappearing into it.
Well, I think it's very
Nothing of value was lost.
And then finally,
Oh no.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh.
It's bad apple.
Yeah.
256 by 256 bad apple.
Oh my god.
it's based on the Game Boy version, which I then scaled down.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
And yeah, the avatar itself is only 1,028 polys. And everything works on Quest actually, except for the painting feature. But as long as a PC user is the one wearing it, everything works for everyone. The way this works is that each of the pixels is a square, and
Så ellers mening har vi dinget.
Okay, yeah. So gross, horrible thumbs.
Boy.
They also have 4 bones in them because I want them to look a little bit bendier. That sort of accomplished the look I wanted. It's also... So a lot of it's customizable in the way of the general body and the palettes. Also, so you're able to customize stuff like the legs, the boot length, dress variety. Sleeve type.
Readville.
Shoulder.
Good training.
Type. Added like asymmetrical options because I thought it would look very artsy fartsy, especially with like a big hat. Also, the hat can be customized too. Now that I mention it, you can change the ring size, the head size for fun, the ring type. I could like essentially imitate many types of hats. And also, like there is for desktop, there is a way to tilt the head manually using the radial menu. You're also able to turn on and off the top of the hat, to sort of make it not obscure the face. Let's see. This also has that color system I've been working on. Seemingly infinite palettes. But the way randomness works, it seems you often run into similar patterns, but then you're able to also adjust the hue of the random palette to just adjust it even more. Let's see. Also made some option for presets. Just weird general alien looking things. Hang on. Sort of like a pink Barbie type thing. I might adjust this one. Did a goth look.
Oh my god.
Did an exercise one. I might adjust the color on this to look more sort of like... Also, there shouldn't be nets on it. I need to turn that off. That's not appropriate. Apparently the nets don't work. What happened? There we go. And then I did like a big flower. Yeah.
Cool.
Originally, I was thinking, like after I drew the initial sketch for this, I was like, I wonder if I can do like a Michael Jackson kind of thing, just like a smooth criminal thing. But like the initial design was just really good, so I just stuck to that. I have one broken thing I made as well. I'm not sure if it syncs properly, but the idea of this avatar is it should be emitting smoke out of the head using fizz bones. And over time, it will just like fill a room and just be very obnoxious. You're also able to make it angry. And that should make it shoot out really fast, but I don't think it syncs properly. Probably looks really stupid, in fact. I don't know. Yeah, that's about it. All right. Actually, any questions? Any questions?
The colors, is that using a texture lookup?
Okay, so the way it's working is my general atlas is like a big rainbow, and the top of the rainbow it's like darker, and the lower part is like left to right it's rainbow, then up and down it's grayscale, and then there's like a few different sets of those. There's one that's like just base colors, emissions, and then a grayscale one. In order to increase and decrease the range of possible colors, well, for one thing, if I want to change the hue, I just slide the texture, like offset it. And if I want to increase the range, I like double it.
Oh yeah.
I am. We're doing good.
Well, like I multiply it many times, or like
Thank you
reduce
for
it to
talking
0,
my-
so then it's like monotone.
It's just funny because this guy right here is actually named Mr. M.
It's very hard to find a logic behind it. So
There's
it's,
M in chat and Mr.
yeah,
M
that's pretty much it. Yep.
That makes sense.
in stream.
Hello. So, given that there was only 4 people, this could mean one of 2 things. One, there are some people who ain't not feeling like showing off. Or 2, we ain't got many people. So there's a possibility. So I'm gonna cling on to that and say, just like every roundup, yeah.
Well.
If anyone wants
Hello,
to show anything
Sassy.
off, we're gonna do a round 2. But if 4 is all we get, then 4
Hi,
is all we get.
puppy.
We
No
shall
pickles.
conclude. Same rules as before, and I'll give a little dramatic 10-second countdown in my brain.
A good show.
Let me strike a dynamic pause for this.
Worked on.
Good.
I love this, which is quite nice.
Anyway, there we have it. This will be our round 2. After this is concluded, no more. We will be done. So, Stabby melting down. Got it. You two return from whence thou came, Stabby. Stage is
Can
yours
go
again.
sleep. Oh, how can I sleep, Becky? Archie commuting in.
I made this for Christmas, and initially
And also,
this
you
was
doing
also
good, Sassy
coinciding
Hero?
when Fishbones got released. And this has a specific animator system on it that allows people to eat the cookie. It basically detects head colliders, and then whenever a head collider is detected, it will break off any of the 16 pieces it's built out of. So if anyone wants to try, yeah, it's basically despawns different pieces. So you eat, like,
Nice. It actually works.
yeah. So
Hold on.
yeah, it's like 16 different pieces. It's like sort of to demonstrate like what you can do with this boat.
And break up after you.
Yeah. So, yeah,
Now it's just a leg.
there we go. One more piece.
Oh, a mama's boy, huh?
Oh my god.
I'll be your mommy.
Oh my god. Thank you, Em, for that.
So
Oh my
that
god.
was a fun little project I've done to
Jesus Christ, him.
test how to do this, and it actually, let me just reset the avatar. There we go. It actually checks for adjacent pieces being present or not. So that way you can't just eat something out of the middle. It only goes from the edges, like the extremities out, like to the neighboring pieces.
Yeah, unfortunately, Sassy.
And
Unfortunately.
another thing I've done is I try to make like a claymation looking model, and I have it both in pink and more like natural colors. This one, there we go, and this one emulates like the shader of clay, and also the mouth movements are stepped through at a fixed interval. So it doesn't matter if I talk faster or slower, it will always flip through them at 12 FPS. So it looks more like stop motion animation. Like, I was thinking about also doing something with constraints for the character poses, but that would require like a ton of constraints and some scripts and stuff. And I was like, yeah, the mouth for now, it's good. And actually, also a thing that this does is that there's a normal on it, and it will change surface whenever I'm either talking or moving. So, like when something is messing with the model, the stop motion shows signs of it. And then there was this one which I did like a cyberpunk thing. This was right when Edge Runners came out. And I made like a hacking effect as well. Well, I create like these particles. They're sort of flipbooks of the hacking minigame from Cyberpunk. And Then there was also
The head
for
a
the
bit
STEM
big.
events, Astro made a outfit for Star Trek, the original series, available. Actually, a lot of other ones. So I fitted that to my avatar. But then I also set up the effects for the teleportation, so I can teleport away. And the effects is actually
that's very
made to
neat.
mimic the effects how they were done in the original series instead of the subsequent ones. And other things, yeah, these are pretty much the noteworthy ones, at least. Oh, there was one. I don't think I've shown off the Halloween one, but I've tried to do an effect where my model could cut a pumpkin using shaders and stencils. So whenever I rotate around, the head will basically maintain the correct cutout. So this one I made for last year's Halloween. And like if you if you zoom in closer, you can actually see like the details of the face and everything. Yo. Is it? I don't see anything because of your model up front. There we go. Oh yeah, and it also has a candle on the inside. And whenever I rotate around, you see it will keep being correct. And
That's
there's
pretty neat.
also, like, if someone were to reach through, they can actually
No
see their
freaking
hand
nolly. Hi,
poking
Kamali.
through on the inside as well. That actually cuts it out. See? So that's some stencil shenanigans I've been doing. Well. So yeah, those are some more of my avatars. So I guess up to the next one. Yo.
I misread the situation. Next up, also, very good work on all of those. I like shader effects. Next up would be melting.
Hello. So I've been sitting on this for a little bit, but I've been doing a ton of testing with constraints, and since the squish bone update, there's been a lot of interesting things you can do with fizz bones, and I think I've got the most reliable world constraint that also works on quests. It's not perfect though, but it's the best I've seen so far. It's very limited to worlds within about 200 meters from world origin. That's the only issue. So the big issue with world constraints is if you want to do a synced one, it takes up a lot of parameters. But the great thing about fizzbones is you actually there are float values stored in fizzbones, and you can just use fizzbones for constraints as long as you're using something the center, and if you use world origin as the center of the fizzbone, then you can just go from there and it should actually be synced. The problem is the further you go away from world origin, the less synced it is. So I have a little demo avatar. I'm hoping this still works after the update. Gee, this might be the old one.
No restraints, Paul. No. It's constraints.
Okay.
No.
Rajan, could you help me here? So the only issue with this is you need someone to grab fizzbones, and on desktop you can't grab fizzbones. So you can grab it, you lock one, so any player can lock the first one, and then the second one. Do you see the second one there, Rajan?
Okay, so I grabbed the cube, and I've got a red cube here with the plants around here. Second one.
Yeah, see. Do you know where World Origin is?
I think I see people load in there, so I think this is World Origin. I couldn't...
It shouldn't be off. So.
Wait. We can fix this. We can fix this. Debug avatar. Shows coordinates. I'm gonna find World Origin real quick. I'm gonna get my best detective gear on and get a comically large magnifying glass along with a smoking pipe and Right. I think it was this one. Position is 0, on this.
Yeah, let me just.
Can you see the menu here?
Actually, Rajan, I think this might a better one, the 2-circle one. Yeah, so you could try with this one.
Fizzbones, yeah.
Yeah.
Whoops. Okay, grab it. Alright.
Okay. So the first circle, gets placed by local player, and then the second one has to be placed by remote player. Because with networking, there's a slight desync. So I think things get rounded up or down depending on remote player. But using a second fizzbone, you can store that data. You get that little bit extra resolution on the placement. So now it's locked, so both circles are red. You can hide my avatar, you can unhide it, you can block me, unblock me, and whenever you load me back in, these will be in the same place.
Huh, interesting.
So this is a synced world constraint that uses 2 fizzbones, no parameters, nothing else. It works on quests as well. It's as simple as sticking a... it's not available yet. I've been worried about the whole new update to the new version in Unity. I need to test it out in there first. But it's very simple.
Yeah, I'm on the new one.
It
seems alright.
2022 beta.
Well,
seems to be working.
That's good to know. But it's as simple as all you have to do is send a fizzbone to yourself. Have the default state of where the fizzbone is World Origin. It's a 2-chain fizzbone from World Origin. You send it to yourself with a constraint, and then you grab it, and then the act of grabbing it, you just send it back to World Origin. And then once it's
that. Can you make it? Please. That'd be so nice.
Okay. Yeah. And the hardest part is the offset. So the further you go away from World Origin, the offset gets bigger and bigger for remote player because it kind of rounds up or down the value over networking, which makes sense because you don't want these massive values stored across network. But yeah, so I'll probably do this up as a prefab. Probably like a modular avatar or a VRC Fury one. It's pretty simple. It's limited to worlds where, technically speaking, there isn't actually a limit to how far the world is, but that second remote player orb that they have to place, it's further and further away the further you are away from World Origin. So that's the only issue. But yeah. I think that's the main thing I've been doing lately. Regarding cool stuff. I have one more thing to show off. This real quick. So this is my follower system. I'm in the process of making this VRC Fury and modular avatar prefab. this one uses, obviously constraints, but there's a Crest compatible version. So with constraints, not with constraints, with Fizzbones, if you just give them infinite stretch and none of the other forces, and you just turn it off and on again, it just stays in place. It jitters a little bit, but yeah, you can get things to stop.
Okay.
So probably another one worth checking out. This is a pay for prefab. It's got normal follower stuff. It's got remote control as well, so you can remote control it around the place. It's got a yo-yo mode, and it's got a throw joint as well. If anyone checks out. But yeah, that's all I have to show. If anyone is interested in any of my prefabs, just check out my my links are in my bio. And feel free to add.
Boost. Set the timer real quick, and our last person to show off for the day shall be down. Who threw that at me? Take the stage.
Hello! So, I thought I'd finish it off here with a little bit of fun/interactivity. So I've got 2 avatars to work with here. Both of these I'd showed prior, but it's been over half a year, so new faces may not have seen them before. So, for audience interactivity, I have a Hydra Moth to the limit. Every upper part of its body is interactable and pullable, every single bone in the upper half. So if anybody wants to come in and just start grabbing, and there is no stretch limit. I debugged it to push it past the limit. So, and they're lockable in place if you press the grip toggle.
No, Steve.
Also,
no, mommy.
one of my heads controls my voice, but not my camera, which means my voice can be moved to another room, but I won't know because my camera remains in place. I have had a friend pull a prank on me with that before in this. Yeah. So, if anybody'd like to just start grabbing arms or something. Here we are. Yep. You should be able to grab and pull. I don't see it registering on the cam. Is it stretching?
Yeah, we're pulling and stretching it.
What is this?
Okay. Yep. Yep. There's that fella, and the last fella will be the 5D moth. Let's see here. Let's grab him. Here he is. So, there we are. So, the 5D moth, warning for people who are streaming, contains some copyright audio. Respectable thing to alert, and it has a bunch of colors, including one part that has some colors moving speedily for a couple seconds. So this one, I made for, the fun of it, to see how far I could push stencils. And on top of that, just show the importance of how important texture memory is versus polygon counts and material counts. So, to start with, I'll show something simple. So, I have my top hat here. I have a scientist here. I have an officer, an explorer, and an office worker. Now, these aren't just outfits. These are other layers within, on top of our current layers. So what I can do with this is some silly things. So if I throw on this, here we are. Just a little bit of, here we are. That's odd. Audio isn't activating. That's peculiar. I know it functions perfectly. I've had this for over half a year. Let's see. It's because I forgot to activate the constraint. There we go. Constraint activated. Here we are. So we can start getting a little funny with it. So for example, if I add colors here, so and there is radial audio to this. Let's see. Now I'll do this. Whoop. There we are.
Nice.
Because someone's back is open.
That is really cool.
There we are.
Love the stenciling.
And if you walk around this cube here, whoop, whoop. With this, they all exist in their own separate layers. And I don't technically need the color. The color's just so that people have a visualizer. So if I wanted to, I could just change. Fun little element like that. And then, with the next track, I can push it to its limit. Bring on the next track here. Do. Here we are. So,
9 minutes remain.
Here's what I can do. Yep. Let me do this here, because the song's less than 5 minutes, so it's perfect. So, here we have the infinite hallway. A hallway that seems to go on infinitely. It only renders it if you get in close. So you have to be within a certain radius here that you can see it goes on and on. And then with that, I can also do different objects here that all maintain the same position, but are different depending on where I'm located at. And then, just to make things even more confusing and fun, I could do this. I could start to mix things up here, where now things are different.
That's cool.
And if I really want to push it, I can now, just for fun, throw in some snow particles here. And here comes the color effect. Oh, bring in the animation. Oh, the edge of infinity. Then we remove that and push. Push. Here we are. Push. Yep. This is just meant to be an example of what you can do with pushing when you push stencils, and two, about how texture memory is a very important element, and I'm so glad they added it to avatars. Because if you look at the statistics of this, you are currently rendering around 500,000 polygons, 1,000 materials, 1,000 meshes, and experiencing little to zero frame loss. Yep. Which shows just how important and how far textures can go, because this has just base raw colors. Yep. But that's all I had to show today. Yes. Thank you all for coming, and anybody else who showed, and I'll be taking my place. Away. Nice. And reset. Whoop. There we are.
Awesome.
And with that,
what was that final song again?
Is the Avatar Roundup of
ERO.
New Orleans, I'm foreign no frame.
September concluded. Thank you all. It has been an honor and a pleasure. Better quit that. Better quit that.
Hey, what's all this in?
Yeah. Once again, if you want to see more of this, communitymeetup.net, and you can come and you can see more of these every month. Booze Saturday of every month, and then also the community meetup, which is, of course, every Sunday, 9 p.m. GMT. Tired of having to convert from EST? You convert from my time. Good night!
It's 3 EST.
Shut up.
What's all this in, mate?
That was the wrong
Dude, it's
button,
like
but I
10:30
guess...
PM, man.
Jeepers.
That was the wrong button, but I guess it worked with the stage
Get the lights back on.
Oh, never mind. Curfew's
oh,
over.
oh my.
Enjoy your jolly,
Turn back
your
the
jolly good
darkness.
strolls.
No,
Oh my
I'm getting
lord.
conflicting responses. Oh. Anyway,
I've got you down.
Hi,
my ass
come
gotta
to
go. Bye, everyone.
There. I'm a
Arrivederci.
RP.
Oh, bye, Peep.
Or
Did you go
There you go.
It's my own.
I presume you
yeah.
did, right?
Haven't.
keep
Who hit me?
Welcome to the Roundup.
Gun.
But it's done in Amplify, so like you can make
Stop
this
while I'm
more
walking
basic.
around.
So you know that. No.
There you go.
Oh, wait,
Ooh, that was fun.
Yeah.
Event is over.
It's my turn.
It's a pretty short stream. Only an hour and 15. We could have some fun for a tiny bit, just explore some worlds. Before we head... Oh my god, what's going on over there?
What's all this then? Walking around with no bones? We'll see. Made purely of slime. We got a bone policy here. Well, I have at least 3. You got bones?
Not being a consistent distance from
I think you meant to be a... No? Ooh. I'm gonna have to... Ooh, that's gonna be a problem.
Could have held
I'm
way
gonna have to
too
get
loud
out
a
the clipboard
keyboard.
For this one. Yep, no. We're writing that down. So we got you for no bones. No bones.
I'll go, just in case. PMCA. Curious. Guess not. One time I hear anybody. Oh, because I turned off the wrong thing. There you go.
My actual hair is receding.
Okay, it's a real problem. Oh, I'm taking that one in, Ben. They don't have bones. They declared a no-bone zone in bone territory. Oh, is that bells? I mean, those could count as bones if you're willing to donate them to Gab. Behind you. See? Oh. See? You have bones. Congrats, Gab. You're no longer in the no-bone zone charge. Cross that off the list. Here we are. Dude, what the heck is going on down there? the jam session.
Naruto, Nakuto, no Kyoto.
Oh, this is great. So, are you guys regulars?
You're so quiet. You're so quiet.
Yeah. Gosh. I've been here, I've been coming here for like a year and a half myself. I just haven't been able to get it due to schedule conflicting. Oh yeah. I have so many avatars I wish I could show here that I just can't due to size limits. It was a problem we brought up in the past, where we were like, hey, can we get like a toggle that just disables everything and turns the world into a plane? Or not make the top surface elevated for floor stuff? And then Ribbon said, I got you. And then he just made it 6 inches elevated off the ground instead. Like, dang it. It's not what we asked for, but it's what we get. Because I like to make large animations
I've got one I couldn't show here because of size constraints. The Occult version 6. I went through 6 versions of the animation. I've got a fully functioning roller coaster, a fully functioning Ferris wheel.
How much is it?
It just doesn't fit. Yeah. It can be a pain. Also, the frame rate doesn't assist with that. Because, yeah, some of my avatars I only show in like 70 base frame rate worlds because they drop a few frames due to animations can be intense. So I'd rather play at 50 FPS than 30 FPS for people. And if someone's on a laptop, good lord help them. I've known people who play VR via Oculus connected to laptop, and I'm like, oh, you are a brave man, yes, Skull. You are a brave individual willing to sacrifice your laptop to play. Oh, so you made those bells detachable, I see. There we go.
My legs.
That's something I have. I've only done one thing similar to that. That is fun. I can't. My problem is my antennae are interactable and pullable, but my arms are too stubby to get my own antenna. This is the only downside of this avatar. I love its shape because its shape is basically a pill. So it allows for a lot of customization and changes to be made, so it's really flexible, more than just a simple, normal humanoid shape. It comes at the consequence of my tiny arms. I can't reach above my head like a normal person. Things that are on high up shelves are really hard because my hands only go to eye level. So when I play Ghost, I need to either scale myself up or play as something different because I can't reach the 3rd shelf where everything spawns. And also it makes dancing not look as intense because there's limited movements that can be made. Oh, yep. The longer your limbs, the more crazy dancing looks, essentially. Because there's a lot more flexibility and high movement. The more stubby you are, the more you're gonna end up looking like Kirby trying to dance where you're flinging your nubs around. Yes, exactly, penguin dancing. It's beautiful. Oh. What about you, Gab? Are you new around here? Oh, have you made anything?
Oh, I don't drink coffee, but I kind of understand.
I don't know how to
well,
mute.
I know we have. Oh, you can talk.
I mean,
actually.
I kinda just don't because I'm shy.
Plenty of people are like that on here. I used to have a mute friend that dressed up as Isabel crossed with Doom and had a shotgun that they'd fire and it would fling themselves 10 feet backwards in a ragdoll. They never talked, but I fully understood everything they were saying to me. Out words. And I could sick them on people. Get them! And then they just run out. Bang! And then have to get flung to the other side of the room. They also had a grapple hook system, which is something I haven't seen replicated yet. I don't know how that happened on the other. There was a grapple hook system where they could shoot out a grapple hook with the avatar and it would actually pull them to the location. I've seen that in Worlds, but being able to function on an avatar, I have not. Yeah, essentially a Spider-Man system. So I've seen it function with, Spider-Man World where you get the item or it's a world feature. But on an avatar in any world, it's different. Oi, oi, oi. Yeah, so much I wish I could show. There's one avatar I can't show typically, but I can show after the meetups, because I'm trying to play by TOS rules, but I did make something that violates one tiny rule of TOS. I'm sure that people wouldn't care, but I still haven't done it. It hides name tags. That's it. Let me see.
I want to make it that I can upload it.
Oh, hello there, teacup.
I asked if you can walk.
Wait a second.
Here and fly.
Hello, what's all this then? My tea's trying to make a run for it. You Becky? I'm gonna drink you. It's tea time. Oh no, they're changing. Hold on, it's queued. It's still queued. I don't know why it's queued.
And it's now sitting
Still,
at 360.
is this the avatar? Don't tell me this is the avatar.
670 views.
It's not. It's just not loading for some reason. Alazu! Oh, there it loaded. What the heck is this? It's an upside down image. Hello, Alazu. The avatar meetup just finished up.
I know. I was watching the stream a little bit, and I was with some other friends.
Oh, yes.
Hamburger Kanda, Pidingid.
I wish I could show some of my more crazy stuff. You know what those stuff is. I could convert the whole world into another world. I could convert it into the void. I could convert it into the seance. I like making worlds on avatars. Which contradicts everything, contradicts what Peep said where you can't show worlds. Because we're not traveling anywhere, and I beg to differ. I'll make this world a different world. I've done it. And another example of that is my pocket dimension, which is what I was talking about. Let me pull that up. So what I can do with this, here we are. If this ground is flat, indeed, it is indeed flat. So in this space, as you can see here, this is my cutout of the world. I own this section of world now. This is my ownership. No one can see me. To them, you are completely alone. There's no body, there's no name tag, there's no evidence of a being. If you step out of it, you see nothing here.
Oh.
If I do this, see, I'm disappearing into it. So what I can do with this is I can actually edit the interior as well. So I can throw on ocean waves. Ocean. And if you leave, it's all gone.
No.
Okay, well, it's too late.
And bam, ocean again.
Bye bye.
Yep. Or tunnel dimension.
Do I have to summon the
You throw on a
overalls?
floor.
The exalted LT and the snowy elf?
And I could change the interior colors. And all of this ceases
So
to
I'm just waiting
exist
for
if
lunch.
you leave.
He made some
Oh.
merch.
I saw that. I saw you posting.
This
about it
was
before you
a
went to
year and a half bit of background passion project.
Yeah.
I made like 25 avatars based around going to another world inside of a world or other layers of existences on top. To such a point that I started making one that could draw realities with its hands, paint them, open tears, and you could see 3 locations at once all existing in the same place through all these tears, which is one of my most headache-inducing avatars for other people. As in, I've had people say, my brain can't comprehend this talk, because they're trying to view 4 places at once. Yes. Now, this was the basically complete... Hey, allows it to ever show you Cricketune. It's a good Cricketune.
Owl.
Cricketot. Cricketot. I apologize. Please don't beat me with your nubs.
Waiting for lunch at the Instapot?
No.
Oh, hope you have a good lunch, Barracuda.
Chuck, please. No, he's coming.
Gross exaggerations everywhere. Okay, what were you saying?
He's a friend.
They switched the full
Whoa, Doom.
This was the
Why did you put
culmination of
this
it.
on there?
In fact, I should probably do it in the hall here because I don't have room.
Oh no,
Elsewhere.
like 10 more maybe.
Huh.
We usually
It's
have
just
like
not
4
room in here.
people maximum.
So what I can do here is bam.
And I got an
Bam.
invite from Stabby, so I'm gonna
Oh.
join. And I'll
Now.
talk to you later.
There's a door.
Oh.
You too. See ya.
No.
Yes.
So it's like your second.
There's a door to this place.
In my opinion, I might be wrong on
Well, that's pretty
Welcome.
cool.
Welcome to my little house.
They almost don't matter.
I also on top. So this was an achievement that I was super proud of. This was me sitting here for 6 hours, being 6 to 8 hours, going, I'm gonna break the code. I'm gonna break the code over 2 days, and I finally cracked it on how to achieve this effect. And then I can, on top of that, do things like before. Let me see here. Bam.
Wow.
There we are. I could throw on, tube dimension. And if you leave it,
Oh, there.
I did.
doorway into another dimension.
How many owls can fit in a nest?
And
That's cool.
I didn't just crack the code. I cracked it in a way that I never expected it to function. I realized that, in theory, I can make any shader compatible with this, where other people can disappear inside of this. If I can get a hold of the shader they're using and edit it to be able to function with this, I can, in theory, edit any shader to be compatible. So I actually made some avatars that are compatible with it. I made 3 sample ones to show variety. Pocket plush for a more Poyomi show. There we are. So a little plushie. If you'd like to clone any of them so you can see how the effect works, I've got that one. Pocket bot. This is typically people's go-to. This one can change colors. Yep. And I have Squiggles, who's just a standard boy.
I don't know. That whole map was almost like it was meant
I didn't really get it, yeah.
Squiggers. Squiggers. So yes, if you'd like,
You know what I realized is the funniest
if I could have one of you clone this.
everyone could see it.
Let's see. There we are. So you'll understand, you can make yourself different colors with this too, which is nice. And I take this back, and I do this. If I rotate the door, first off, we have a window. This window is one way. So we can view out at other people, and other people can't view in. And if you want proof of the... And you guys cease to exist inside here as well. Proof of the pudding, if you take your camera and fly it out, none of us will be here. You guys fully immersed...
Yeah, I can't see
You guys
you.
are fully in my world.
No, I suspect that they will spread out across
There we are.
the whole lot.
You guys are gone. With me. I've taken you into this world. Mm-hmm. And then I can throw neon in here. And throw on a dance floor with a little moth butterfly logo on it.
I like
That's pretty cool.
The moth avatar you made where like everything is dark, flashlight, with like the horror music.
Oh, you know that one?
Yeah,
I should have shown
I
that.
saved-
I haven't shown that one.
I saved
That's
that
a
one.
good
It
idea.
was really good.
So
I didn't know it
made
was you who
one.
made that.
Yes, I absolutely love. I love that. I need to go back and tweak a certain parameter on it actually. But that was version 3. Let me find it. So this is world within a world that's fully controllable and other people can disappear into it. I actually once was in a convention that I joined, some sort of Halo meetup. It had nearly 90 people in the world. It was hitting max parameters. The reason it can hit 90 is that technically staff members can join over. So if it's a group instance and you're a staff member, you can exceed limitations.
Like to the point where it's like they
Wait,
And I was
what's the
successful.
max you can have in a world?
7 people. I don't know actually. I think technically double the size limit is the typical limit, so 80.
Man, and you're
But if you are staff, you can exceed that. I hid 7 people in the middle of their convention world. In here, just 7 people who weren't here and didn't exist, and I had people running through it while we were just sitting there, who were just running along, minding their way. Just stop, turn around, and come back, and go, "What the hell?" Like just 7 people just that weren't there, and there was just an open spot because if you step out, there's literally nothing here. It looks like nothing. Suddenly there's everything, and it's confusing. Let me whip out the flashlight one he's talking about, because that one I'm a little proud of. Because I wanted to make something that could be publicly distributed. I don't make a lot of public avatars. Like, simply out of concern of, even if it's a little abusable, I don't want people to abuse it.
And I'll be honest,
Once I work with shaders. Let me see.
Oh, you fixed it?
Where is Flashlight Boy? Problem is, I gotta remember when I made him. I have 500 now, though. That's what makes it hard.
Silent Air Tides.
I think he was... There's no way. Where is he? There's no way in high heaven that he was pre-Sears avatar. Let's see. Yes, I made an avatar based around Sears. And that's actually my only award-winning avatar. That avatar won an award in a avatar competition. There was about 104 people that came into that world, and Jesus Christ was the frame rate low. Yes, a world that hit 104, so that's an idea of what you can hit upper limit if enough people are staff.
Okay.
And then you can play in 20 FPS or lower and...
104 people, that's insane.
He is... I know for a fact... there he is! That's why I didn't recognize it. I put him in all black.
It's funny, it's not the world, it's actually his avatar that's making this.
So if you clone this one, to show what awesome I was talking about.
It was definitely better than...
So this is going to be a little bright, especially with Bloom. But I've made a modified light source. Now, you can see here,
oh,
it's a little bright due to Bloom. But I've got this modified light source. And what this does is, if you turn on horror mode and horror audio, put on some of that horror audio.
Oh!
Any and every world now becomes a horror world. Everyone. Oh, I also need to update the eyes. Let's see.
Oh,
yes, any world becomes a horror exploration world, or an abandoned place, or a liminal space. Like this. It also can make name tags disappear. It's not flawless, so sometimes name tags pop in, depending. That's something that's the parameter I need to adjust. But yes, essentially, while you're in this, you're on your own horror adventure. You can travel to any world, turn any world into a horror game. And I was also trying to make an avatar to coincide with this that had a Slender in the 8 pages mechanic, where you, the other person could deploy constrained objects to find around the world. Obvious pages on like trees and deployables, and other players could contact point them with their hands to make them disappear. And the goal is to find all of them, while the other player spawns scary monsters, horror elements to discover, and generally spooks them. I once went to, I don't know, what was it, Fur Affinity, the big fur hub place that's like 2 floors and it's got an outside area, big mirror. Yeah, typically if I do experimenting, I'm willing, that's a good place to go because those people are willing to be really experimental. You'd be surprised. Go to a furry world, ask them to do some. Most will be fully on board. I have used that for a year and a half. Just, hey, you guys want to do something crazy? Like, heck yeah, let's do it. So I had 4 of us exploring the entire Fur Hub world in pitch black night. By the way, this also disables light sources. If you hadn't noticed yet. Any and all light sources become disabled. That's the real cool trick with the modified light and the darkness element. We explored it, and we just had 2 to 3 people messing with us the whole time. One guy was turning invisible and jump scaring us. We took turns. I was a rock. I had avatars that are just environmental features, where I pretend to be them. They'd look at me, and then they'd turn around, and I'd move closer to them, SCP style, on desktop. So there's no room. Wait, what the hell? Oh, I thought I saw someone for a second. Yeah, the only downside to it, as I stated, is in order to achieve this realistic normal flashlight effect, I have to have a very brightly lit modified light source. And if you're in a world with bloom and point it at someone, they don't tend to appreciate it. As it is very bright in bloom worlds. Let's see. Otherwise, it even can disable, like, particle lights. Some particles get disabled. It genuinely makes, like, places feel dead. Let me disable it. There we are. Yep. I was just like, hey, can I make any world spooky? And I'm like, yes. Why make a spooky avatar when I can make an avatar that makes everything else spooky? Big brain. I don't need to put in the work. The world puts in the work for me. I also made a headlamp version for those who are on desktop, so desktop players can use it.
That was kind of funny.
The only thing I can't do, I don't think, is make it Quest compatible, because I don't know if light sources are compatible with Quest. Nope. I've made a whole 1 avatar that's Quest compatible just to see if I could do it, and I did it. Because designing for Quest is a pain a lot of the times, and I'm not doing this for a popularity contest. I'm doing it out of passion. So my goal isn't necessarily to reach the widest audience possible, it's just to entertain people. And so I don't let a status or a rank bar hold back creativity. That's what I tell people, especially people getting into avatar making. Don't feel like you have to make an avatar that's good rank. Feel like you should make an avatar that you're proud of and you feel is good enough to you. That's what matters. That's why 99% of my avatars are poor or very poor. Because I don't let a number hold me back, and it's partly because a lot of them break. There's nothing I can do about it because the base model of this avatar has 10 materials, which will make it permanently medium, even if everything else is green. Because it needs to be 10 materials. I can even point them out here. 2 on the belly, 2 for the tummy fur, because they're different colors. 2 on the chest furs, because then you can alternate colors with it and make cool patterns. 1 interior of mouth, 1 eyes, so that's 6. 1 to hands and feet. That's 8. 1 the wings. The wings are their own transparent texture. Yes, and they're interactable. And then the antenna make 10. Which are floppy and interactable as well. Yes. Those are the 10 textures. And when you have 10 like that, you can get really creative with some of the designs. It allows you to do some simple things and complex things. So for example, here's part of the reason it's alternating. For example, I can make a bee. Thanks to them alternating. Bee. Bee. Bees.
Oh yeah, they have they bounce. Or you can get even you can get a bit more crazy with it. And with that flexibility, it allows you to make like things like this, where you can change out the wings, change out the antenna, individual variables, or you can just go all over the place like I did with my 80s moth, which is this boy here. There they are. It allows you to make messes like this. 80s. Oh, those fellas. Oh, those are my followers. And they're meant to represent. Dude, have you heard of this hip, cool new thing called the internet? It's crazy. It's got these 3D shapes, man. Geometry. Any of those old programs that are just like a flat grid plane with 3D objects floating around. Oh, and the cube is the slowest. Come on, Cubie, you can do it. You can do it, little Cube. Little Cubie, go. Go, Cubie, go. He's going for it. I'm so proud of you. Actually, that cube is slightly reminiscent to another avatar I designed as a meme. I wanted to make a meme avatar because I don't make those typically. And I'm like, you know what would be the perfect avatar for a VR experience meme? I won't want it to just be a picture. Everybody does just pictures. I wanted to make an experience. So I created the snail meme format, where the immortal snail. If you know what the do you know what the immortal snail meme format is? Yep. You get it. It's like a trade-off. You can have $1 billion. However, an immortal snail follows you forever, and if it touches you, you die. So I translated that into VRChat in the best way that I could. There are a couple problems I ran into, though. One, a follower is a particle. You can make the particle something physical. Oh, don't mind that. This is also a celebration avatar. I forgot. It does. It does Mamma Mia. Yeah, the music is tied to the floor, and it shoots out fireworks. And then it can duplicate itself.
Body is just bad.
Backup dancers.
I am 100% sure this person is like used to 3D modeling.
That's awesome.
I'm pretty sure they 3D model for certain games.
Music's off because of DSC. No, not a thumbnail, Am.
Not suitable for children.
Pretend he's playing the Mamma Mia song right now.
Actually, I believe they have done.
Whoa.
Which is weird though. Because they're like,
Oh.
They tend to go for like these big, thick women. Or
Yep.
I don't know
And of course.
Which is really interesting that the avatar that got them so much trouble was
Push it to its limit.
not
Whoop.
that. But
Whoop.
anyway, yeah, I think
My. And.
it's weird. It's like the person who made the clothes. and
There we
the
are.
way the body is different. It's like,
Yeah. It does that. Crap. Yeah, the snail though. Check on the Mamma Mia dance.
I mean,
I gotta find this fella. I played with him the other day. There were a couple systems that made it so that it just didn't function as I wanted it to. I got it fully functioning. The issue is it's too damn fast. Like, the problem is I can't make it as slow as that cube correctly.
Oh.
Because that cube has a special property where it's not just slow, it's dragging behind the actual particle system. It's an object trailing behind. It's not a particle. To make the snail, to make the snail, that doesn't work. Because I had to have audio and visual effects tied to the snail, the particle would move faster than the physical objects. And a physical object wouldn't stay behind, so it caused issues where it would
desync and you'd have them separated, and music and audio would catch up later. So basically, I just had to have the snail go like 3 times faster than I wanted it to. So it's aggressive, it goes through walls and floors, and oh lordy, is it coming. Let me see here. It was definitely a lengthy project to try to make this function. Now, the real question is, where the heck is he in my list? I think I know when I made him. There's no way I made... Did I make him after... I did make him after Dance Jam. Here he is. So,
it's cool.
it still uses this base. They were made around the same time.
I don't know if it works in the new.
And it's this boy.
Still?
So,
Yeah, it's too fast.
this boy will give chase. Is he Yep, he's coming. Oh lordy, is he coming? Yeah, you could see he's a little bit speedy. You don't want him to touch you, though, because I made this a self-torture avatar for anybody wearing it. Because, here, let me stand still and let him reach me. Here. So, go ahead and... There. Stick your head real close to him, right next to a shell. He's attached to your camera. Now, keep your ear there. Come on, bring it on in. You'll understand why it's torture. Oh, that's coming for you, and it's tied to your camera, so it's going right for your ears and eyes. It's snail time. That was some photo editing on my part. Oh, I love and hate it so much. Because I've actually dropped this in a world, teleported like 7,000 blocks away, and forgot about it. It eventually caught me in mid-conversation with a group of people, and suddenly I just went, oh, I ducked for protection. It was comedy gold. They didn't understand. They just saw a snail. They're like, hey, Lyric, there's a thing approaching you. I went, oh crap. I started to try to flee and duck for cover. I love it. Yeah, I don't think there's any way to improve it. No. Genuinely, because of how the follower system works, it just won't be able to function slower than this. Because I wanted a literal snail's pace. I wanted to be something you could go on the Great Pug, drop it, go to the knit roost, and then forget about it and have it show up like 3 to 4 minutes later. Like, oh no. Yep, it's just approaching. And leave people confused or just see a snail slowly floating through the second floor up to the ceiling. Just be like, oh, what's that? Don't touch it. It's dangerous. By the way, this is a particle. This is a 3D particle. This is not an This is not an object. This is a particle. This is Yeah, this is a 2-particle rendition because these are separate. That moving at the same speed and rotating at the same time to appear as one image. So the shell and the body are separate. Yeah, they're moving at the exact same pace, turning with your head at the exact same time. So they're always together. Oh. I used to get up to such shenanigans back.
Invert a sound.
Oh, beyond that though, is this your main avatar you worked on? Let's see. I'd like to compliment yours before going on my way. Hey, look at that. Look at that hair physics. What is this? I don't like it. Oh god. Oh, that's yours. I thought it was somebody who was not related to either of us. I got very concerned when I saw no name tag and it approaching. Oh, it's a tiger. You can pick him up too. That's nice.
Like I said before, like the follower system is
Oh boy. He's a good lad. Oh, the bells ding! That's nice.
But
That is a cool function.
As long as it's called slime, it will work. Yeah, right.
Ringing bells. I have actually only ever made 2 contact point avatars, simply because contact points drive me crazy. Because they don't they don't function exactly how I want to. One of them was tag. I tried making a tag avatar where people could play tag, and it would make like a crystal above their head, signaling who's it. But unfortunately, I couldn't get that crystal to go away. And I was struggling to get a contact to spawn another contact. So I ran into issues with it. So it's playable tag, you just don't know who's it. It'll shoot out fireworks on the person and say, "You're it," though, on your face if you get tagged. The other one I made is I was figuring out how it works, so I made a high five one. I can high five people. Where is it?
What?
Give me my So it has a secret function though to it. Let's see. There it is.
All the snails just bouncing to crazy. Hey.
High five. Yeah. 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 Great. Now the other hand. Whoa. Whoa, wrong hand. High five. There we go. One of them high fives and the other summons a giant seance ritual for a full minute. A full 1 minute animation. That gets people every time.
Beat again, Mystic.
Giggle every time. I also made an avatar that fits perfectly within this space. Before I go, I guess I should. I wouldn't mind showing this here. Time is it? Oh yeah, no, I'm fine. Let's see, Gab, would you like Gab? Come. Don't. It's okay. Come on over. I'm gonna show one more thing. Is this boy grabbable for other people?
Yeah. Rice.
Oh no! I pushed him. Oh no. He's okay.
Yes.
My avatar, I will say this, is not very good at grabbing things due to my nubby arms. Also, I'm really bad at flying. And that is not an understatement. That is literally, people are amazed at my lack of flying skills. Because I will get in a plane, and it will immediately flip upside down. We don't even leave the hangar. We're still in there. It just flips. It's like this. I step in, flip. I try pressing the accelerate, it explodes. Thank you, my avatar. With your my nubby armed avatar has the ability to destroy any vehicles by just trying to fly or drive them. It's hilarious.
Also, no praying, no praying.
If I ever go to a test pilot world with people who've been to me with them, hey, I can fly it. And they're like, no, you get in the back. I got this, guys. I also can't see over the dashboard most cases. Let's see, forest. Here we are.
Oh, forest.
So this one does. Let's see here. This. World space activate. Forest.
Hello.
And throw on a little bit of music.
Yeah.
Welcome to my home. And then I can do. Welcome.
That's really nice.
Yes, and then I can do this. Let's see here.
nighttime.
Oh, fancy.
Now, this forest has a unique property of its own. Check this out. So, come over here.
Oh my god.
Now, you can see the edge and where the forest ends over here. Now, we can exit out of it by going this way. Okay. Now, come back inside. The effects transition, it has a transition. Now, come back outside.
Oh.
It's gone.
Oh.
But it's still there. You just need to simply cross the threshold. There you are. And then I can also do this with it. Let me see. Disable the dark. And hit up the neon. Yes, it's now a neon space. Slow transition in and out. It's not... I try to keep the transitional. It's not just there and not there. It does have a fade out. So if we come back to my main area with my rocks, I can also control this interior space. So for example, if I want to, I can do rainbow effect on here. Or the one people seem to like. Thank you, Bloom. Oh, thank you so much. I see they increased the bloom since last time I showed this. It was not this bright last time I showed this here. So, what I can do with this, though, at least what I was meaning to show is how lights interact with it. So I can actually turn on lights that activate and manipulate the color scheme in here. Including other people's color schemes. So, like, for example, I can make you more blue. I can make you kind of white outlined. Here we are. Cool. Colors again. And I can summon fireflies. Set off some fireworks in here. Yes. And this place. And here's the thing. You see how I got all this fireworks show and I've got these fireflies floating around? Here. Exit the space. Come over here. Take a look behind you and then walk backwards out of it. Yep. And then walk back on in. And it is its own contained universe here. My own pocket dimension where I call home. My little guy lives here. Let's see. And like I showed before, I can just turn the lights off. I can dim the lighting inside here. Or calmness. I can also raise the water level.
No. That's funny.
Now, I'm standing on the little rock here. Yes. Becomes marshland. And the water also has a visual effect tied to it, where it stays a darker blue next to you and a lighter blue further away, and it remains consistent to give off a water coloration effect. Because that's actually how water works, with bending light. It'll always be darker closer to you and lighter further away. Let's see. Also, because it's the blue colors, it looks like clean water. I also have a couple variants just because. So, I could have... Bam. Instead of those fireflies, I could have this going on. Yeah, the little white guys flying around. Also, I increased the intensity of the fireworks show. And I can also add extra forest in case it's not thicken it.
Yeah.
Reduce the water level. Now we're in a more woodsy wood.
And your tiger is ground.
What's cool?
Look at him go.
Cool.
Those two effects are the only issue. The darkening effect and the lighting effects don't like to combine, so I need to disable one before activating the other. They flicker a little bit. Also, I can configure the night sky if I want to be compatible with the lighting effects. So now they are affected by the lighting effects. So because it's neon, it's dark with an occasional flicker of stars. If I disable the fireworks systems. Disable that firework. There we are. Yep, it's just a wind down for the night style avatar. Let's see. It does have one other feature to it though. If I remove the sky. It has as this. See here. Has this satellite here.
Oh!
Oh yes, it's for taking out hostile entities, you see.
Uh-oh.
Excuse me, could one of you just stand right here? Just right here.
Oh.
No reason in particular. You got right around here. No reason, no particular reason. Just look at how nice those flowers are. Hey, could you come behind this rock with me? Those things are so nice, aren't they? They're very nice rocks. Yes, very. Oh, I missed by a couple inches. You just stand right here on this nice rock. Missed by a couple inches. Good thing that was the test fire round. That was the actual fire. The actual fire is this one. It's charging up. Oh yeah! That's a good laser. If you'd like to see that from a different angle, you can go over there and I'll shoot myself with it. So this was the pre-fire laser. It charges up from its core. I'm still alive, damn it. Of course, that was just the pre-fire. The real laser is this one. Frickin'.
Jeez. Holy crap.
You see, if I was in there, I'd be dead right now. But I'm back here with you. No, I wasn't gonna die in there. That's dangerous. That's a giant death beam. In fact, I'm gonna deal with this problem right now. Fire.
Cool.
Returning fire! There we go. Void beam. Yes. Hold on, wait, what's that? Oh, this joke doesn't work in this scenario. Wait, maybe it does? What's that? It's not my satellite. Whose satellite is that?
What is that?
They're spying on us. I won't have it. I won't have it. Be gone. It actually, yes, the laser actually does have collision with things. So if it collides with something else. Oh, goodness. Well, yeah, that's what I have to show that I can't show otherwise. There you are. Some fun things. The only thing I can't show is the seance, which is a 5-minute animation. 5 to 6 animation that does not fit anywhere but this location. And I don't know. And I don't know if it'd be a good idea to play it in a world that gives me an average of 36 FPS. I actually have 6 variants of that one. The cultist one you saw when I first went up
is the first variant of it, where I eventually turned it into a seance with 80 of them. I had to stress test the system to see how far I could push it. The furthest I pushed it was when I made 583 of me. All in a giant gathering. And let me tell you, that was a poor decision. I had to stress test it somehow. It looks good. It looks like it's very immersive. It runs at like 11 to 15 frames. For some people, though, with higher NPCs, I'm told they get 30 to 40. But for me, I only get like 11. Also, I learned something about avatars thanks to that. So apparently, even when you're not rendering like entities, it'll still put those entities in the render queue for an avatar. Which means, even with all of the effects disabled and turned off, I was at 11 FPS while wearing that avatar at all times. Whether they were on or not, consistent frame rate wouldn't change. It affect others when that wouldn't happen to anyone else, only me, and it's only entities, because they're all entities. And the thing is, they're all only 0.7 megabytes per one. Well, no, correction. They're less than that because I stripped them down. So the actual avatar, if I pull up the statistics, let me look at the statistics of it. I don't think I've actually had the confidence to read the stats of that avatar. Let me read the stats here. So the actual avatar is only 23.79 megabytes, or 583 clones of me. No! Oh, correction. It just updated. That was my previous avatar. It's actually 17.62 megabytes. To make 583 of me. Of this guy. Just stripped down a little bit. However, you want to talk about... This is... You know what? People like Army would hate on this, but this is a fact. This is it's still a form of optimization. If I can get 11,340,372 polygons down to 17 megabytes. That's optimization right there. 7,759 materials.
How you doing?
1,331 meshes, 14 megabytes of texture memory, 17 megabytes total.
Have you named it to a newie? Lalo, Henry.
Jesus Christ, 11.34 million. Holy hell, I haven't read that. Are there any other stats to worry about? Oh, yes, there is. Fizzbones transforms 24,396. Always good. That might be part of the issue. Maybe if I removed the Fizzbones, I think I forgot to do that. Too late now. Like hell, I'm going back and editing 583 of me. You know how long it'll take to select all of them? It'll be a whole day. 77,040 bones.
Oh.
It's pretty optimized avatar. 17 megabytes for 77,000 bones. And 12. Only 4,000 particles, which is more shocking because there's like no particle systems on it. Also, it doesn't actually use all those. Only 9 colliders.
Oh, not even time.
Yeah. 642 rigid bodies. Don't know if it has any rigid bodies, to be honest. Actually, why does it have rigid bodies? My avatar shouldn't have rigid bodies. I deleted them all. Yeah, this avatar originally had 4 arms that worked on a rigid body system in order to manipulate them. I ended up, just for a little bit of optimization, just removed them, as you can see, and removed all the rigid bodies tied to them. Oh, that's why it's red. It's because it has one light source when the max is 0. That would make the avatar. That's what's wrong with it.
So one light source.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I will say, it's very immersive, though. When you go to the back of the crowd, you feel like you're at an old one-cont summoning ritual. You feel like you're part of a large cult. Yes. Oh, goodness. Oh, but, yep, it's about my time to head out here. I need to go eat lunch at 4 in the afternoon. Oh, Ben's typing. Yeah, absolutely. You know what? You two are friendly fellows. I'll shoot you both. A request. And I'd love to see some more of your work later on if you produce any more. Absolutely. Because you have a skill set that I don't have, clearly, which is you can do clothing and hair, and that is something I don't have the skills for. Shaders, animations, all that, everything except modeling. I can't touch Blender. I don't. It hurts my brain. Be like, here's a shader that makes 5 of me. I'll do that. But lo and behold, have me make a face? I can't. No. You get a square, and I'm drawing a smiley face on it. That's my skill. 3D modeling skills. Oh, farewell, you two. Bento, farewell, Cab. Take it easy, guys.
No, no mommy voice. No steppies. No. Oh, that was kind of cool. That was actually pretty cool. You get to show us like a lot of his avatar stuff. Immersing a lot of his avatars in a previous avatar run-up where he showed a lot of his stuff. And where he showed us like the Sears one that he won on Word, my VRChat too. But that was cool. I love seeing avatars and like I said, I love going to these events, right? Because usually these people are like super smart and find creative ways to make things work and make things that you don't need just make them just because. It's super fun. Es wie mal no mom voice. No man voice. Oh. But no. No, that mumbling, you're loud. Oh, right. I forgot to change to screen camera, so I'm like literally staring at nothing there. Thank you. But yeah, it was, but yeah, that was the end of it, and that was pretty cool bonus, how he showed us like a lot of stuff. The morph guy was having a lot of fun with everything. Yeah, you could tell he has like a lot of passion making animations and making the world in the avatar. Like it's funny because like, because like he could easily make like a lot of worlds real easy, but he decided to throw them into avatars. Which is pretty cool. He always carries like all his worlds with him. So, and it's pretty optimized too, which is amazing. Considering like all the stuff that he has. Alright, if not my voice. No mommy voice, Ghost. No mommy voice. No mommy voice. But yeah. Yeah, it was a good stream today. 2 hours and 20 minutes worth of stream. Even though the event itself was only like an hour, but we had like another hour just like talking with the guy. It was pretty cool. I always like listening and like you could tell like his, like all passion. I love listening how he talks about problem solving his ideas and make it reality, or virtual reality in this case. Can make us SSB world. We get steppies, no stepme, no siblings, no mummies, no smeedy, no specs. But I'm that. Internet, nothing much left now. Probably gonna call it a day for the YouTube world. Yeah, thank you a lot for dropping on by. Hope everyone had a lot of fun. I didn't talk too much because I was in listening mode, so I didn't want to interrupt and be rude while he was talking, so I was mostly just listening what he's saying, and you could just listen to his passion, to his avatars. Don't think it's not Twitch, I kept finding we got. Hi, Founder. Other than that, thank you all for joining in today. I know it's not the most exciting thing, and not many people watch this on my YouTube channel, but well, it's a pretty chill stream. Thank you for coming. Have a good night. Or morning. Bye-bye, Matanina. Thank you for dropping. Might see you later or not. We'll see if I'm lazy or not. Thank you for joining. Bye-bye.